to eat whenever he wants, he becomes the pack leader. And guess what? If he wants to poop in his own house, he can do it. But more importantly, what Mark started to talk about, if your dog is pooping in the house, chances are you don't know when he's eating. What we tell people to do with a puppy or with any adult, any even adult dog, what we want to do is teach the dog, but first we want to learn what his behavior is. So, for instance, for 3 days you keep a journal. Write down in the journal when he ate, when he peed, when he pooped. Even if it's on your kitchen table or your husband's pillow, write down what time and where and that he pooped or peed. Once you do that and you establish a time, it's almost like a clock where now you can say, okay, he ate his dinner at 8:15, and guess what? He's going to have to poop in a half hour. 8:45, you take him out, and guess what? He poops. It's magic. But a lot of that has to do with free feeding. So if you're giving your dog food and you don't know when the food comes into his body, how do you know when it's going to exit his body? Think about your morning coffee. I'll leave it at that. If we have anybody else on the line, we can get to them. Otherwise, we can talk about Jimmy, who's saying about keeping the dog.
You do have another call.
Okay.
I didn't paste it to your PM, but you have.
Okay, we'll take that call, and then we can we'll talk to Jimmy because that's an important thing. A lot of counter surfing. I have 8 Ridgebacks. I'm an expert on that.
All righty. So you've got Jake from New York.
Hey, Jake.
Hello, how are you? I have a friend, he has a beagle, and the beagle will go to the bathroom outside, but he can't be left home alone. If this dog is left home alone, he will soil in the house. He often has to be brought to another house if the owner wants to go away for a few hours or whatever. Any ideas why that would be?
Yeah, I'll take that one. Number one, no matter what dog you have, you mentioned a beagle. It doesn't matter what breed they are. It's just a dog. Now, this dog has certain issues. We can't leave him alone. He pees in the house. Whatever his issues are, it all starts with the 4 essentials. Someone has to become that dog's leader. Now, more than likely what's happening is this dog is excited when the person leaves. This dog could have what humans call separation anxiety. I don't call it that. I call it lack of leadership. If that dog is the leader and that human is the pack and the pack leaves the den, the pack leader will try to find a way to get to the pack, to protect them and to provide for them. If this dog can't get out, that's why some dogs eat your couches, tear down your walls, rip up your carpet, and no, you're not doing demolition today. So the dog will do that. I would suggest this man start crating his dog, crate train the dog while he's home so the crate becomes a good place and a nice place. Feed the dog in the crate, but the house is too big for the dog. The other thing he's doing is more than likely he's getting the dog excited when he leaves. Okay, Fluffy, Daddy's going to work, be good, is going to get a dog excited. And then once you walk out that door, you're left with an excited beagle, any dog. And that excitement can turn into digging carpets, eating couches, things like that. Once you look at, if people would just find the time, $20 to buy a book and read the book, the beagle, the chihuahua, all these dogs that we're talking to and about today will be helped. If you have an aggressive dog, we can't help you with an aggressive dog through a book, but we can help you. All dogs need the 4 essentials. That's why we wrote this book. We made it affordable, and it's a how-to guide. How to fix that beagle from doing what he's doing. How to fix that jumping golden retriever at the front door. Everything is in the book that's going to help all of you. All you've got to do is go to our website, americasdogwhisperinc.com, and order your book. We ship it out priority. You'll have it in 2 or 3 days, and you'll have a new dog as soon as you read the book.
Well, I guess I have another question here for you, Mark and Janice. Here's another problem that, once again, a friend of mine that owns a dog. I don't remember what. I think it's a German Shepherd. I'm not sure, but this was years and years ago. The specific problem you have with this dog is that, and he lives in an apartment. Is that every time he leaves for work in the morning, he does leave the dog in the apartment, obviously. And as soon as he leaves, at some point during the day, and I don't know when it is, it could be as soon as he leaves the house or whatever, the dog just goes wild and jumps up on the furniture, knocks things down, pulls the rug all over the place, and did this every single day for months and months until he actually gave up the dog, didn't know how to handle that. So what do you do about something like that?
Go ahead, Janice. You want to answer that with that little puppy on your lap?
I invited him up, so yes, it's fine.
He's just a puppy.
He's only 7 months old. He's about 90 pounds, so
Did you hear
yeah, he's a very big puppy.
Did you hear Boaz's question?
Yeah, actually repeat it because I had puppy in my ear.
I should have recorded it and played it back. Okay, here we go. A friend of mine had a German Shepherd for a couple of months. He didn't have it as a puppy. It was fully grown. I think a friend of his gave it to him, and he had it for a few months. And he lives alone. So when he goes to work in the morning, he leaves the German Shepherd in the house. And as soon as he leaves, when he comes back in the afternoon, obviously looks around, sees that the dog has basically messed up his whole apartment. Jumped up on the table, knocked things down, pulls the rug all over the place, and whatnot. And of course, barking that he gets complaints from the neighbors that the dog is barking and whatnot. And he tolerated this for like 2 or 3 months, and then he actually had to give up the dog. But if you run into something like that, what do you do to solve a problem like that?
That's actually a very common problem. Now, a shepherd, not that we're talking about breeds, but certain dogs and within certain breeds are a little more dominant. That German shepherd wants to protect him. Because the German shepherd is the pack leader and the man is the pack member, it's the same thing as if you have a child. You have a 2-year-old child and your doors and windows are locked in your house. You can't find the child. You go upstairs, downstairs. You cannot find this child. Your next door neighbor has a swimming pool. What are you going to do to get out of your house to check that swimming pool and to find your 2-year-old? You will break doors. You will chew things. You will rip through a window. You will do anything you have to do to find your pack member. So in that case, or in any